Hey guys, how's it going? We are back and welcome to another episode in the free-to-play Ironman adventure. Really, when I started making the clips for this video, I had one goal in mind, and as you can see in the background, I am making silver. My one goal that I wanted to accomplish in this episode was to get to 50 crafting. Now, anybody who is familiar with the crafting skill will know that once you get 50 crafting, you can make ruby amulets, and if you have the appropriate magic level, you can make strength amulets off of that. And strength amulets are very good for combat training because strength is very important. Obviously, it controls how hard you hit. And so, yeah, I kind of wanted to have the ability to do that, have a reason to train my magic so that I could get to that point. And also, crafting is just one of those skills that, for free-to-play Ironman, is very difficult to train, so I thought there was a bit of prestige that came with that. To make the power amulet, which is ultimately my goal as a free-to-play Ironman, that's probably one of the hardest things you can do as a free-to-play Ironman, other than, like, getting 99 smithing or something. Getting the, I believe it's 72 crafting necessary to make the diamond amulet, and then whatever magic level is required to enchant it and get the power amulet, which is by far the best amulet as a free-to-play player. That's going to be very difficult to get to, and I decided I didn't want to do that in one sitting, so I'm just going for 50 crafting at this point. And then perhaps later on in the series there will be another episode dedicated to getting those 22 extra crafting levels, because that's going to take an absolute ton of silver. Now, as you're going to see in a second, I actually only did 1 or 2 inventories of holy symbols. Now, this is going to be relatively controversial because you can get more XP from holy symbols if you string them. But I am perpetually lazy, and so I kind of decided that I just wanted the easy XP, meaning I ended up making tiaras, because tiaras give you, I believe it's 52 XP per craft, whereas the holy symbols give you 50, and then when you complete them, you get an additional, I don't know what it is, 25 or something. So it's vastly superior if you're making the entire holy symbol with the stringing and everything. But if you're too lazy to string it like I was, it's probably better to make tiaras. Holy symbols are better money, but at this point I've acquired just about everything I can as a free-to-play Ironman, so I'm not really that worried about money anyways. As you can see there, though, I did get 20 crafting, meaning I could finally chisel away at all those sapphires that I had sitting in my bank, which I thought was pretty cool. Now, there's not a whole lot for me to actually commentate on this episode, as I'm about to get 500 total level, because it is really just standing in Al-Kharid, doing this smithing, doing this mining, doing this crafting. So there's not a whole lot for me to be talking about, but one thing that I did want to bring up is a new idea that I had for how to implement members possibly into this series. Now, everybody knows that bonds have been introduced into the 2007 game, and once you buy a bond, whether it be with real-life currency or in-game GP, you can exchange it for 14 days worth of membership. Now, my idea is, if I can obtain the GP to buy a bond in-game, so I do lobster fishing till I get 800k or whatever. I don't actually know what the numbers would be, but this is just an example, a hypothetical. If I could do that and get the money for the bond, then I would have the ability to buy that bond and obtain 14 days worth of membership, because technically I'm still remaining a free-to-play player. Nothing that I did in the process of getting that bond was pay-to-play. I'm just doing things that I have the capacity to do as a free-to-play player in order to obtain pay-to-play abilities. And what do you guys think about that? I'm going to be adding a poll into this. Do you think that's a good idea? Do you think that's a bad idea? What do you think? Give me input down in the comments below, because that's definitely what I'm looking for in this episode while we try to figure out what the whole deal is with membership, whether I should just stay away from it completely or whether I should go for it. Now, my personal opinion in this matter is that that would make sense, because, as I was talking about earlier, nothing that I did was pay-to-play. Everything I did was organic and true to the Ironman and free-to-play Ironman spirit. So I don't know, everything seems good in that regard. This is something that every free-to-play Ironman could do, and therefore I could have the ability to do it as well. So I don't know, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about that. Is that a good idea? Is that a silly idea? Am I going insane? I don't know. What do you guys think? As you saw in the background there, I have been getting some pretty decent levels. got up to 40 crafting and now 43, which gives me ability to cut diamonds. I don't actually have any uncut diamonds because I foolishly neglected to do random events for quite a while, and so I didn't really obtain any. The one cut diamond that I have in my bank is from an event as well, so that's pretty interesting as to how I got that. But as you can see right here, I did manage to hit 50 crafting, which, wow, in one episode, personally, I think that is a huge achievement in this series. And as I show right there, you do need 49 magic to enchant that ruby jewelry, and my magic level is currently sitting at 35, so a lot of the next episode in this series is going to be dedicated to moving towards that 49 magic that I need to enchant that into a strength amulet. Now this is something funny that happened. After I made all those tiaras and all those holy symbols, mainly tiaras really, I had to go sell them 10 at a time at the general store, and they each sold for 10 GP each. Meaning every time I did this I was getting 100 GP, and at the end of it you're going to see that I ended up with just about 20k. Actually, I'll just give you a little preview because I didn't actually show this in any video. I went and spent all that 20k on runes because I'm pretty dedicated right now to getting to that 49 magic so that I can create the strength amulet and improve my melee stats. I did keep 25 tiaras though, because I'm not sure how many I'm going to need for rune crafting. As you're seeing in this clip right here, I did head to the air altar and I'm going to make the air tiara with it. Pretty interesting conversation going on in chat right there, but yeah, I decided that since I am quite a fan of rune crafting in this game, that it would be smart for me to go and do this as soon as possible, because I am doing a lot of air crafting recently. And yeah, right there we managed to make the air tiara, which I think is pretty cool. We put it on and we become Iron Wenbo, the pretty princess. Oh god, I can't believe I just said that. And off the back of that we also get 30 rune crafting, so 2 birds, 1 stone, or some weird metaphor like that. And in the last clip of this episode, you're going to see what I'm going to make. Now, I talked about the fact that I'm going to be doing a lot of magic training in the days to come, and that's going to come through combat training. And so I decided I'm going to make an amulet of magic. This gives me plus 10 magic in my stats window, or whatever you want to call it. So I made the sapphire amulet, combined it with the ball of wool to get the sapphire amulet strung, used the enchant on it, and what do you know, we have made an amulet of magic, and I think that is pretty impressive. So in this episode we went from 16 crafting all the way up to 50 crafting. We gained, I think it was like 7 smithing levels along the way too. Must have been about 5 mining levels. By the way, going for 60 mining relatively soon, so you might see that in the next episode. Pretty much what I'm saying is the next episode's gonna be really exciting. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you think of that idea about obtaining a bond naturally. Do you think that's a good idea, a bad idea? What are your recommendations? And yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this 9th edition of the free-to-play Iron Man adventure, and I will see you later.